Hi everybody, this is Will Weimer, journal entry number 2. Today's date is Christmas Eve, December 24th, and I am doing some journal entries for some information if anybody is researching cervical spine fusion. I had one of the C6, C7 with an artificial spacer, not a bone graft. Excuse me, been having some difficulty swallowing and with the throat. My procedure was on the 21st. I came home on the 22nd. I've had a great amount of bed rest, very limited activities in the house. I was fortunate enough to have a friend come by yesterday and take me out for some toast and coffee, which is about the extent of what you can eat right now. I've got some immediate relief from my procedure of the tingling, the pins and needles feeling, if you will, that I was experiencing in my left arm and left hand. I do, however, have some numbness still, and as I've researched this quite extensively, that won't be an immediate effect, and it takes some time. I was fortunate that I didn't have to come out of the hospital with a collar. I will say that I wonder if it might have made it a little easier at some times to find a position to sit in or rest in. One thing that's been difficult for me has been sleeping. You know, it's an hour or two at a time, and it has to be assisted, unfortunately, by a soma, which is a muscle relaxer, and some pain medication as well. I'm currently on Nucenta, 50 milligrams to 100 milligrams up to 4 times a day. I have, since day one, cut that dosing down to a half, and I've actually worked in some Tylenol as well for the inflammation of the area that was operated on. The scar is healing. If you're queasy, you might not want to look at this. Some people it freaks out. It doesn't really bother me. You can see that it was glued and not stitched, and as a result you're supposed to allow the glue to just kind of diminish on its own, and when it does, start treating it with Mederma and vitamin E for the scarring effect. I will say that in my experience, you have to pay close attention to your body. Surgery certainly is a last resort. I had exhausted all sorts of measures. I did acupuncture. I did religious chiropractic care with Dr. Licatisi, who helped me significantly in maintaining some quality of life while I was dealing with the issue through my golf season. And I also did physical therapy and massage therapy. I've had this issue since May of 2010, and it wasn't until just last month I elected to go down the road of surgery. There was nothing that I was doing, including some weight loss and working with a physical trainer, that was alleviating my pain, and I was becoming quite codependent on medication to make it through a day, and that's no way to live, so I figured it was time. Also, when you come back from your surgery, or in my experience, I kind of overdid it a little bit. Thought I was feeling good under the influence of the medications, and did some laundry, very mild activities, but was on my feet quite a bit. And I did that the first day and the second day, and it really resulted in restless evenings. And as a result, today I have done very little. I showered and I've been on bed rest essentially, and I'm going to maintain that program throughout today as well as tomorrow. I'll be returning, I believe, next Friday to see Dr. Jerry Radanowitz, and he'll give me an update on his feeling of my progress, and then hopefully prescribe to me my therapy. So that's the latest. Another suggestion or two I might make: comfortable pillows. I find memory foam's been really resourceful with the curved contour pillow, so you can put it under your neck. Also, I didn't find a lot of this information in my notes, but icing the area of the operation, both the back of my neck and the front of my neck are extremely stiff. It just feels like whiplash kind of. And so I've been icing it every hour that I'm awake. I ice it for 10 to 15 minutes, both sides of my neck. That seems to be helping with the local pain in the neck itself. But each and every day, this left arm has regained a sense of feel and some strength, and that is very, very encouraging. I also used a travel pillow, like the airlines have, the kind of the horse collar type. I didn't have a collar sent with me, but I use that when I'm trying to sit and read. That's been a good thing to have kicking around. And then your diet. One of the most difficult things I've experienced is the ability to swallow. When they do the procedure, they move your vocal cords, your tracheal, and your esophagus to the side to gain access to your spinal column and spinal cord and the disc. As a result, there's a lot of strain and inflammation in that area, so swallowing has been very difficult. And I was fortunate that my sister actually put a apartment-sized refrigerator in my bedroom after she had sanitized my house in its entirety for the return from the hospital. I have to say thank you to Heather and Elizabeth and my family and all my friends that have been like a small army around me. I couldn't even imagine trying to go through this on my own. It's been very resourceful. I don't like asking for help, but with these people, they've lent themselves to me unconditionally, and it's really encouraged me and kept me positive. But she put the refrigerator in the bedroom and filled it up with yogurt, a bunch of fruit smoothies, and a lot of fruit. The other added benefit of that, often not talked about, is that the pain medication and your schedule of medications can cause you some intestinal difficulties. So a high fiber diet, and as well as maybe some senna, is very resourceful in keeping you comfortable while you're rehabilitating. So that's an update about 72 hours after my procedure. Well, actually today would be day 4. Day 3 since my return from the hospital, but day 4 since the actual operation that occurred. And I'm encouraged. You know, don't expect a miracle, but stay positive and do what you're supposed to do, which is very, very, very little, and make certain that that's what you are doing. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the future. Remember, everybody, it's not a dress rehearsal. If you have the ability to improve the quality of your life, it's times like this that it reminds you just how fortunate you are to have friends and family around. Happy holidays, everybody.